No clutter. No one's allowed to bring anything here. Even if they're meaningful to you, they're not meaningful to me. So, I'm a nightmare. Hi Vogue. I'm Edie Campbell. This is my house in glamorous Northamptonshire. I'm going to show you some of my favourite objects. I moved in 6 months ago. Nobody knows where Northamptonshire is because it's of so little interest to anybody. Even English people don't know where Northamptonshire is. When I first came here, the whole kind of land, the whole property was being run as a fishery, so like where men go on the weekend and put their rods in and like eat sandwiches. My mum designed the house. She's an architect. I quite like minimal spaces, which is good because that is what my mum does. It's a bit humorless, so I wanted to inject it with a bit of kind of joy. This is a gorgeous lamp. I just wanted things that were like cartoony and kind of gloopy and sort of bodily in a slightly grotesque way. Made by an artist called James Shaw. James makes things out of waste plastic. It's got a sense of humour. It's got a weird face, like little antennae. And then these guys, I wanted some tables that could go wherever I wanted in the room. And I quite like this as sort of a drinks trolley. It's also known as the grog log because that is a term for booze in English. These lights were made by my best friend Christabel McGreevy, and I wanted something really kind of silly and funny and weird. She designed these and they're all different, which I like. So it's not kind of uniform, different in shape and in colour. They're made out of jesmonite, which is kind of like plaster, and then you mix dye in. They're just quite weird and wonderful and not tasteful, which is important to me. Okay, so we're gonna now meet the most important object in the house. This is Pammy. She's my girlfriend's dog, but she's mine now, really. She's just so cuddly. She's a cushion on legs, and also you can really do whatever you want with her, and she will gladly do it. She's such a people pleaser, which I would hate in a person, but in a dog, it's the nicest thing. I'm completely obsessed with Pam. She's so sweet. She's a really good dog. The goodest, aren't you? Okay, so now that we've met the most important person in the house, we can move on to some less interesting inanimate objects. My mother is incredibly overbearing and she is a dyed-in-the-wool minimalist, so I really couldn't help but become one myself. But the one thing that I will have is a lot of candles and candlesticks. But this guy down here was made by an artist called Kate Mary, and she's called Sally Fall. Sally Fall was, I think, a Cornish witch, and yeah, you can see a sort of trend appearing. I like blobby, slightly formless objects in my like extremely angular house. But I also like textureless food, so maybe it is all kind of the same psychosis. Blobby food, blobby things. I'm not into scented candles. That is too much decoration. I like purely aesthetic. It's just acid colours. Anyway, okay, so on to another thing for establishing order in the chaos of life. A Dymo label maker, which has really transformed my life and my ability to know exactly where everything should go and where it should be. I don't really know what kind of the demigods of minimalism would say, but I find it incredibly reassuring to keep order in my chaos and really just to know where everything is, because otherwise it's a nightmare. So the most anally labelled part of my house is actually in the bathroom. And if you follow me, I can show you fruits of my labelling labour. Okay, so ultimate snooping in someone's house, for me personally, is always looking inside their bathroom cabinets, because I feel like you really learn about people. And for me, you will see that I am extremely anal about labelling things. So all of my makeup has been organised and labelled. If I'm looking, for example, for a pink or nude lipstick, I know that it's going to be in the pink/nude section. Or if I'm looking for a new mascara, here we go. Every day is a day to label your cosmetics. Can't just put them all in willy-nilly. I'd never know where anything was. So I think that is enough bathroom activity. We can carry on and go and have a cup of tea. Okay, in a nice continuity from the time we just spent in the bathroom together. It's a toilet teapot. It is currently broken, but soon to be fixed. And I really like her. She's a nice toilet. The kitchen is the room I've spent least time in. I'm really a lazy chef, or not really a chef at all, actually. But let's carry on to my bedroom, where a holy man is waiting. Bedroom, where the magic happens, and also home to the decapitated head of St. John the Baptist. I just sort of like the idea of sleeping under like quite a gruesome picture, and also sort of feels right somehow to have a tiny picture on a big wall. Good energy, murderous energy. It's probably it's probably my favourite room in the house. It's got the best view. It's just really nice to lie in this bed and look at the water. Okay, so another thing that I obviously need a fair bit of room for in my life is my clothes. I have to have a bit of a one in, one out policy on clothes, because otherwise it just becomes overwhelming. But it is organised chaos, doesn't look like it. But we're actually looking for my favourite shoes. Okay, here, these Rocker Atelier, fantastic glam rock apple green boots, and their non-identical twin, the like sherbet yellow with green lace variation. And I wore them to the Met Ball when the theme was camp. I just love them, and I wear them to every party pretty much because they're just fantastic. What more could you want from a shoe? We've done the small things, so I think we should move on to some big stuff. So we're gonna go see the most important things in my life, the horses. This is Ed. He likes to have his chin scratched. He's been in my life for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. He's really the Ferrari of the horses. I mean, that's why I ended up here, was so I could have my horses on my doorstep. Their needs are paramount, really. They come before everyone else. I've got 6 horses at the moment. And the newest addition is Delta, who's here. Come and say hello, pal. He's 4, he's a little baby. Doesn't know anything about the world yet, but he's very sweet and cuddly. I'm a little bit addicted to horses. Don't think you can ever have too many horses. So I'm actually going to see another horse that I might buy now. So toodles. I'm Edie Campbell. Those were my objects of affection, and I'm off to buy a horse.